Hey, what's up, y'all? So I have a new microphone. I just purchased her yesterday, but I'm having some technical difficulties. So I'm gonna use this old mic until I can figure out why this new mic is not connecting because it doesn't sound any different to me, girl. I've been playing around with it for the last since yesterday, and it's something I'm not doing right because when I'm testing it out, it sounds the same way when I don't have a microphone on. So it's something that is not connecting somehow, and I'm missing a step. Y'all know and I think I'm doing something. I think it's something very simple. I need to just breathe and take my time because I start to get like overwhelmed sometimes when it comes to like technology and stuff. Girl, I feel like I'm like an old man. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna use this microphone until I can figure out how to get this new microphone connected. Anyways, let's go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Listen, I'm late, so we just gonna talk, okay? I'm not gonna necessarily go in any particular order. We're just gonna talk about what happened on the episode. We're gonna start out with Bronwin, Bronwin, and that husband of hers. So Bronwin and Todd, they go out for ice cream. And Bronwyn is basically they're talking. Well, she's doing most of the talking. And this is the thing, right? Todd is not interested in anything Bronwyn has to say. Todd does not like this show. He does not like this group of women, especially Lisa. So in this scene, like most scenes, when Lisa is talking, especially about the group of friends or her coworkers, Todd is really just kind of like looking at her like, "Girl, I don't care." She makes a comment. She got a banana split or a ice cream sundae or something. She got ice cream with a cherry on top, and she was saying how it drives her insane when he always eats her cherry. I promise. 15 seconds later, she said it was 30 seconds later. When I tell you Todd reached over and ate the cherry, that might not be a big deal to a lot of people, but it's a very big deal to me. It's just a big sign of disrespect. I just sat here and told you I hate when you eat the only cherry I have on my plate. And 30 seconds after I say that I hate doing it, especially in front of a camera, and people are going to see this, you reach your fucking gout fingers over. And can you have gout in your fingers? I don't know. Girl. Lisa said he had gout dick. I'm going to say he got gout fingers. And eat the cherry. At one point in the conversation, she was telling him about how they met up with a psychic the other day, and how the psychic was telling her about her mother and basically trying to make things right with the mother due to like time and all that stuff. He was like, "Well, this is this a medical profession? I mean, a medical is this like a medical opinion?" I don't believe that mess. Like, I get it because I don't be believing this sometimes either. But it's just this is what it comes down to me with Todd. Todd doesn't want to be on the show. He's really doing the show just to support his wife. However, if you're going to film, at least try and put a smile on your fucking face. I would rather Todd do what Shamia and Gerald do, where when Gerald did pop on the screen, I think it was at Shamia's birthday party. He had a smile. He waved to the people, to the people at the party. After that, we really never saw Gerald. Most of the time when we did see Gerald, I think was probably 2 or 3 times out throughout the entire season. It was either on footage that Shamia had on her phone that she gave to the producers for them to put in the show. One time we saw them. Shamia was recording them when their daughter was having surgery, and Gerald was at the hospital, like walking back and forth, and she was recording him. They showed us that footage. And then when Gerald called Shamia on the girls' trip on FaceTime, we saw him through the through the screen. And then there was another time Shamia was talking to him through FaceTime. We saw him through So if he doesn't want to be on the show, just don't be on the show. But to be on the show and to be an asshole, it ain't that much. It ain't that much money in the world. Bronwyn's end game has to be divorce. Because I refuse to believe that bitch gonna stay with that man the way that he treat that man is mean. You know how like Charles Oakley, sometimes he would act like Angela was getting on his nerves. Like to me, Todd is like 10 times worse than Charles. I think Charles was more, I'm talking about on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think Charles was more so, you could tell that some of the conversations that, because like on reality TV, from what I understand, sometimes they do have to, what's the word I'm looking for? Like recreate or have these conversations again that they probably had a month early. So in some instances, it could look like they already had it, but they're doing it again for the show. So in some cases, like with Charles, you could tell like we've already had this conversation. Why are we talking about your mama when me and your mama don't get along? Why are we talking about your sister when me and your sister don't get along? So I think that would be sometimes where the frustration would come in with Charles. With Todd, like he just appears to be an asshole, like a mean asshole. Like I don't get it, baby. The way I would have reached over and popped him in his motherfucking throat for eating that cherry. Girl, like I said, girl, it's not about the cherry. The cherry. Him eating the cherry is a big sign of the lack of respect that he has for Bronwyn. And it also is about the cherry too, quite as it's because bitch don't eat my cherry. Bitch, all them cherries up there, why don't you just get you one? Matter of fact, you can get more than one. That's the thing. Like we're literally at the ice cream shop and they have a big jar of cherries, and I'm sure plenty of more in the back. And instead of you just getting just a bowl of cherries, you get mine. I don't know what Bronwyn and Todd are gonna do. Like I just don't see how it ain't that much money in the world. I'm not mad. Don't know. We all want to live a comfortable lifestyle. I'm not even talking about rich. I think the goal for everybody in the world is to just live a comfortable life. You can pay your bills. You can go out to eat every once in a while. You can have a savings account. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like if the family's taken care of, it ain't about no Chanel and living in a high-rise apartment and living in a 40,000 square foot home, just comfortable. And then for some of the girls, they want to live the life. But at what expense though? Because I'm not dealing with no shit like that. Because I want a few Chanel bags. Girl, fuck you any Chanel. That's why it's always important to have your own money. Because I'm telling y'all, it's either two things. Stand with a man who is mean like Todd. Either you ain't got shit, or either you believe a piece of no man is better than no man at all. What is it? A piece of a man is better than no man. But I don't see. I just, and I feel like with Bronwyn, because it sounds like Todd is the money, that Bronwyn is willing to put up with his shit. But I'm hoping that if this housewife world kicks off for her, then the plan is to leave that motherfucker. Because at this point, your daughter is grown, legally grown. Her father, unfortunately for her, I guess, I don't know. He passed away. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the bills are starting to. I don't have as many. I needed you because my father was ill, but he passed away. My daughter is legally an adult. You know what I'm saying? I have this show now. I can start to make my own money. You can go. Todd is mean. Let's talk about Mary and Angie. I know people love Mary, but Mary to me I feel like she would be a hard friend to be. She would be a hard person to be friends with. It is, and I think Angie told her it's like I don't want to walk on eggshells with you. Mary, I feel like I don't know. Can we just talk plain or no? Can I say it or should I not say it? I'm gonna say it. I don't know if the girls don't want to have conflict with Mary out of fear of being called a racist. I don't know if because we have seen that happen on the show with the Asian girl. I don't know if I don't know, but I do feel like sometimes Mary gets too many passes. Like at some point, friend or not, you're just not gonna talk to me like I'm some child, and I'm not gonna feel like I'm going to the principal's office because I'm a grown ass woman. You see what I'm saying? I get that Mary has been through some things, but you ain't the only one who's been through some shit. So Mary is upset because she tried to calm down Angie from last week. Angie and Lisa did the absolute most. Angie did. She got on my fucking nerves. I'm not gonna lie. Angie and Lisa got into it last week. Mary was trying to calm Angie down, and Angie was kind of hard to calm down. Mary basically feels like if I'm your sister, if I'm your sister, now I should be able to calm you down. Yeah, that's true to a certain degree, but also you need to realize if I'm on a bitch ass, I'm on a bitch ass. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna have to just shut up, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. Mary says it is hard, when she lets people in, she really lets people in, and she wants the best for the people that she really loves, and she roots for the people that she loves. And Angie is one of those people, basically. Um, like even when Mary first came over to Angie's house, she walked in the house with an attitude. Girl, why you got an attitude? Like why the fuck you got an attitude? Maybe it's because of what's going on in your personal life, and I can understand that. But it's only so much of your fucking attitude that I'm gonna take. That's it. And I'm not gonna be your punching bag because of whatever's going on in your world. I can have some understanding about what's going on in your world, but I'm not gonna be your punching bag. You're not gonna walk into my house with no fucking attitude. Girl, what the fuck is wrong with you? You were like I cussed your ass out. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like Mary would be a hard person. I like Mary, but Mary I feel like would be a hard person to be friends with because it would feel like you have to walk on eggshells with Mary. It just does to me. Lisa and John. Maybe I don't because I didn't watch a season. Was it 2 seasons or one seasons? Of one season or 2 seasons of I think it was one. I don't remember Lisa and John being this open about, you know, the struggles that they're having in their marriage. It doesn't sound like anything they can't bounce back from. Basically, well, communication is a big thing though, right? Basically they're having real bad communication problems. Um John basically says he can't say anything because in her head she's already thinking she's right. She says that she tells John that he needs to treat her like glass. I know I can be a bulldog, but you can shatter me. I thought that was actually kind of sad. I was like, damn. Like when she said that, I was like, ooh, fuck. Treat me like glass. I know I can be a bulldog, but you can shatter me. Like he has that much. I'm not gonna say power, but I can't think of the word to the point where he can, out of everybody, he can shatter her. I don't know what John Lisa are gonna do, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like it's just not. It came out of nowhere, But I don't remember them being, like I said, I don't remember them being this open about their marriage. And I think sometimes that's a problem with reality TV, that when they finally do start to have these sit downs, like 5 or 6 seasons into the into the show, we're kind of like, girl, where did this come from? You know what I'm saying? Baby, Lisa and Heather meet up at a store. They go shopping. Lisa sometimes gives me like that bitch did 2 bumps, took 5 espresso shots, and drunk 3 Red Bulls. Like she be so like all over the. Have y'all noticed that about Lisa? So she comes into the store. She's like, "Hey, how are you? Hey, how are you? You look great. I haven't been to the store before. It looks cute." Like, girl, relax, bitch. Like, are you okay? So this is what I feel like is happening with Heather. I think Heather is pissed off at that comment that Lisa made at that store. I mean, not at the store, at the restaurant, when she said that, what did Lisa say? When Lisa basically said that basically y'all hoes don't live like me, bitch. Okay, get like me, bitch. She pretty much said, bitch, y'all hoes, baby, I live like Lisa Vanderpump and Heather Dubrow, bitch. You hoes don't live like me. And Heather was like, girl, we pretty much live the same lives, which they really low-key do. Girl, ain't nobody on the show. To me, ain't nobody on Salt Lake City outside of Monica Garcia. Girl, everybody to me pretty much lives a similar life. Like it's not like a Lisa Vanderpump on the show. A bitch, you got swans in her front yard. It's not like a Heather Dubrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't like, and that's how Lisa paints the picture, as if like she just lives this fabulous life. And you know, I need my glam squad, and I hang out with Blake, and I hang out with Ben, and I hang out with Jennifer, and I hang out with Naomi Campbell, and girl, like, I guess, girl, I ain't never seen it, but anyways, so Lisa wanted to bring glam because they're going on a yacht. I remember the diva said, like, this is like some years ago. She was saying how I think it was a diva. I be getting people confused sometimes. Like, if you can't like pay for a yacht, then you shouldn't be a housewife. I feel like that's the truth too. If you can't afford to pay for a yacht, like, do y'all watch like Below Deck? Then you shouldn't be a housewife. And if you can't pay for a yacht and tip the people, you shouldn't be a housewife. Anyway, so they're going on a yacht. I think it's kind of, I don't know if it's going to be not necessarily a crossover, but below deck basically. So she was asking, Lisa was asking, could she bring her glam? And Heather was like, no, girl, we ain't gonna have enough space for no fucking glam. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, Angie can do your hair. And she was like, basically, like, no. And then she started reading Angie. And she was like, she's a mean bitch. And so Heather was like, well, girl, if Angie's a mean bitch, you're a mean bitch too, girl. Heather was basically trying to tell Lisa, you ain't no better than Angie. Like, both of y'all a fucking mess. Basically, like, ain't neither one of y'all better than the other. She a fucking mess and you a mess. She go low, you go low. So you sitting there trying to act like your hands are clean, your hands not clean. But I feel like a part of the problem is that Heather does not really want to address how Lisa said from the first meetup at that restaurant that basically y'all hoes ain't shit. And she said it to Heather's face. And I really feel like that is bothering Heather. And so Heather is pissed off, and Heather is starting to take on the fights of other people, if that makes sense, instead of just addressing Lisa on what the fuck she said. Like, girl, I really be trying to have your back, but you be trying to take digs, and you take digs. I mean, girl, I guess it's better to do it to my face than behind my back. But girl, you take these digs and you say these things, and it's just not true. Girl, stop trying to act like you live in this just over the top lifestyle, and we just some bum ass bitches. Because that's the way that Lisa tries to paint it. Like, y'all hoes are bums, and girl, I'm that girl. Even though Lisa literally gives you regular schmegular girl. Nothing, it's no shade to Lisa, but nothing about Lisa's fashions give you just this fashion girl. She gonna give you some denim jean. Not like Lisa never looks a mess. I've never seen Lisa look a mess. Lisa never looks a mess. Don't get it twisted. But what I'm saying is the way that Lisa speaks, you would think that Lisa is just this, like, she's that girl. Like, I get the girls' fashions. I need my glam. Like I said, I need my glam squad. I hang out with the girls of Hollywood, the boys of Hollywood. Girl, y'all girls can't fuck with me. Anyways, okay. Then this is the part that got me. So they get to the register. Lisa starts crying. She's pissed off, right? They get to the register. Heather basically is telling her, girl, I'm just trying to be honest with you. Girl, you a mess, and Angie is a mess. Baby, all of a sudden, I don't know. Maybe I'm making a big deal out of this. And Lisa then opens up her purse and just pulls out a wad of $100 bills. The only thing I could think of was, girl, you're only doing this because you're trying to show people that you're not broke, I guess. Lisa, why are you walking around town with just stacks of hundreds in your purse? Girl. I guess people do it all the time. Girl, let me see how much money I got in my purse right now. Let me see how much cash I got. Because I know I got some cash. 20, 40. I got $64. And I had this cash in my bag for some reason. I can't remember. I got $64. 20, 40, 50, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, $64. But now, of course, bitch, I ain't got no Lisa money either. But what I'm trying to make is, like, now all of a sudden you sexy red. Now, bitch, now Lisa is sexy red. Girl walking around here, girl with money on her motherfucking ear.
I'm a dog ass bitch. My nigga like to dress me up and get my hair and nails fit. See, the money ain't a thing to help.
It's not the fact that she had money. It's the fact that I've never seen Lisa really do this before. And now all of a sudden, girl, these lawsuits are coming out, and the people are saying you got Amex, you got an Amex in some man. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's like Lisa's trying to show that, girl, like I live this lifestyle, like now like I have money. And it's like, girl, I don't think I've ever seen a housewife. I'm not saying, I'm sure somebody has, but I don't think I've ever seen a housewife just pull out a wad of cash. Girl, you would have did better trying to. Girl, you would have impressed me more by bringing out a motherfucking black card. Okay, you would have did more to me, bitch, if you would have pulled a motherfucking Doctor Nicole Martin when she threw that black card in that man's lap. That would have gagged me. But girl, you pulling out, a few $1,000s. It's kind of like, okay, girl, it make you look. It makes Lisa appear as though she's broke, because that's what broke people do. Broke people do shit like that. Rich people don't really walk around and they just pull out wads of money. It's people who probably used to money, like rappers and shit. They'll do it. But I'm saying, in this world, you really don't see them do stuff like that. That's why I was like, this is so weird. And then she was getting the money, like banging it. Like, girl. Then she was like tapping the money. Hold up. Then she was like tapping the money. Hold on, man. I can't get my money out. Then she was like tapping the money on the counter. Girl. Like, it was just weird to me. I'm like, this is so fucking weird. Like, this is whack, Lisa. Stop. Girl, I don't have no issues with Lisa. But Lisa, girl, stop. Anyways. What else? Oh, bitch. I don't know how I forgot about this. Baby, Britney and Olivia. Baby. Britney and Olivia. Olivia is Britney's daughter. When I tell you Britney, that's an ain't shit bitch. And that's the nicest way to say it. I feel like Britney's not being honest with her daughter. So Olivia is her youngest daughter. She's 19. Britney was married to their father. She has two daughters. I think one is 23 and then Olivia is 19. I can't remember the other daughter's name. But Olivia is 19. She met up with Britney at a coffee shop. Britney was married to their father. They got a divorce. Britney felt like she wanted to recreate the perfect family, so she got married again. And when she got married, her kids basically were put on the back burner, and it was all about the man. And then the kids went to live with their father. Olivia says that when they were younger, her mom was like the picture perfect mom. All the dance recitals, volleyball games, like she was like a very on hands mom, and then it all just changed. Olivia says that she says, remember the last time we tried to do this, like meet up? She said I was on my 30-minute break between jobs. First of all, girl, how many jobs you got at 19? Hello? What's going on? So I was on my 30, I think she said 30-minute break between jobs. And then she said Britney invited her over. So she said she goes over to see her mother. And then if she gets there, Jared comes, and she says her and Jared make out right in front of her. And it's like she wasn't even there. I be trying, like, I really be, like, I swear to y'all already know. I say this all the time. Y'all already know what I'm about to say. I really be trying to have understanding for people. I really, really do. I do. I do. Believe it, like, girl, sometimes the door is closed, but in some situations, I'd be like, okay, I can see why they probably act this way. You know, religion is very, very, people take religion very seriously. And Britney was told that, girl, in order to get into the pearly gates of heaven, you're going to have a man. Fuck them kids. Fuck them kids. But you're going to have a man to get into heaven. But at some point, girl, I can't get no more grace. And I can't give any more understanding. At some point, we just have to call you either an ain't shit nigga or an ain't shit bitch. You ain't shit. You ain't shit. You ain't shit, bitch. When I tell you Britney ain't shit. When I tell you Olivia was wrapping her ass up in the middle of that coffee shop. She said, I try to put myself in your shoes. And she says, I could never do what you did to me. She says, I think it's important for you to figure out why you prioritize a man over me. I said, come on, bitch. Tell her. Get her ass. Get her ass. Instead of Britney just saying, I don't know if Britney, instead of Britney just trying to explain, baby, look, this religion shit got me fucked up. Hey! And they told me I can't get into heaven unless I get me a man. I mean, I'm not saying it would be accepted by her. You know, the not the excuse, but the explanation. But you're gonna have to explain something, and just I'm just so sorry. I'm just so sorry. She says that basically, you know, now you're giving me your attention, but that's because a man is not here. I said, bitch. That's what Olivia told Britney. She said, "Now you're giving me your attention in this coffee shop, bitch, because that's but it's only because a man not here." She ain't said it that way, but that's how I said it. And I put, girl, if she breaks this girl's heart again, it's over. So I think Olivia, they're trying to get to know each other because Britney hasn't really been in their life. So I'm assuming Olivia is going to give her another shot. I just really hope that Britney does not fuck this up because it appears if she does, Britney is gonna be done with her. And look, I probably would too. I probably would too. Meredith and Heather, they go for a walk. Heather is basically questioning Lisa as a friend, And like she said, we haven't been cool for 4 years. From what it sounds like, from what the girls say, they said Lisa is hell on wheels behind the scenes. She pull up dirt, baby. She could pull all your skeletons out your closet. That's what it sounds like. I saw Lisa online the other day saying like she doesn't. I forgot how she said it, but she was on Twitter, and it was basic. She said something like, I don't dig up dirt." She was basically trying to say she don't do that shit. Um, well, you might not do it, but that don't mean that other people ain't doing it for you. You see, that's how the girls. The girls like to play a word game. You gotta be when you talk to people like, and we all probably do it. We all probably have done it in our life when you know what words to use without lying. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like when people do stuff like that, especially on Housewives. I've never dug up anything on you. Well, bitch, you probably didn't. You probably had somebody else do it. You know what I'm saying? Meredith basically says that she doesn't trust Angie. Her and Angie don't have the best background, and because Lisa, Angie told Meredith that Lisa some years ago basically told her to like dig up shit on Meredith to have in her back pocket just in case. I believe Angie. I do. I do. The only thing I don't like about it is that now, Angie, you're pissed off at Lisa, and now it's this. Um, now you want to say now you want to tell what Lisa said when y'all was cool. Another thing too, if we're gonna be honest, no shade to Angie, but girl, Angie, low key, bitch, you did start that shit with Lisa this season. Wasn't it? I'm just gonna go ahead and we have to for what I correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Angie the one who made a joke about Lisa being Jen Shaw? And even I was taken aback, like, whoa, I thought y'all were cool. But unless Lisa was talking shit about Angie online, I know Bronwin said that Lisa was talking shit about her online. So either that, because I was like, when they left the reunion, I thought they left the reunion on good footing. So now why is Angie making a joke about Lisa being Jen Shaw? Y'all help me out with that one. And then they got into it, right? And then Angie made the comment about the son's hair care line or whatever they have being a C line. It should be at Walmart. And then I thought they got over it. And then Lisa then kind of took a dig at Angie in her shop when she sent the assistant over there to pick up the shit. But I want to say that like Angie low-key started this shit this season. I don't know though. Baby, Bronwin and Todd. Excuse me. She's so Bronwin. It sounds like Bronwin was a little scammer back in the day, and some shit popped off, and they had it sealed. So she says two separate things are happening. Mistakes I've made in college, 20 years, I'm paraphrasing, 20 years ago, I think I had an eviction notice that I paid later. Um, and then she says that it's all, they're basically trying to put this all under identity theft, grand theft, fraud. Then she says almost 10 years ago, um, it was a case that was dismissed and sealed, and legally she can't talk about what her involvement was in that. So I don't know if she's saying that because of this one thing that happened in her life, that it falls underneath identity theft, grand theft, and fraud, and it's due to the eviction notice that she had when she was in college, and so that one thing just falls underneath that category, if that makes sense. but the case was sealed and she legally can't talk about what her involvement was in that. Girl, bitch, I'd had an eviction notice on my door. Thank God I ain't had one in a long time. Let's knock on wood. Ain't God good? I done had an eviction notice on my door more than a few times. Okay. I ain't never got evicted. Thank God. Because it always worked out. Okay. God is amazing. Baby, God is amazing. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. But even if say you got what the whole process panned out, right? They put an eviction notice, you got evicted, you go to court, all that stuff. If it's paid, then what do we need to seal up? It's more to the story. And because legally Bronwin can talk about it, we won't know. But I don't think it's just as simple as mistakes I've made in college. I think I had an eviction notice that I paid later. And y'all had to have that sealed up. Todd doesn't want her to go on the trip because he feels basically like, and then also this can affect his job, right? Because girl, they say your wife is a scammer. But when I tell you, Todd cannot stand Lisa. When I tell you he cannot stand Lisa. When I tell you that motherfucker said out of his own goddamn mouth. When I tell you, bitch, my mouth hit the floor. That motherfucker said, if Lisa's brain was on fire, I would not spit on her. Todd said that if Lisa's brain was on fire, he wouldn't spit on her. I said, God damn, girl! Bitch! I don't know what the fuck Lisa be doing behind the scenes, but Lisa, they say you hell on wheels, bitch. And I don't know what type of game Lisa is playing. Bronwin feels like Lisa is behind this somehow, some way, this information getting out. Everybody, it sounds like Lisa does grimy shit. Now, I don't know if she does or if she doesn't. But based off of the shit that Angie has said, Heather has said, Bronwin has said, now you have Todd who cannot stand the ground that Lisa walks on. Like, I don't know. It's so crazy to me. It really is crazy. It's more to that story than Bronwin is telling us, though. It's way more. But you ain't had no eviction. You ain't had no motherfucking eviction notice, eviction case just sealed. It's some other shit. Bronwin was probably out there writing how. I mean, she was a single mother. Girl, I'm not judging Bronwin. Bitch, a bitch got to do what a bitch got to do. Bitch, you was a single mama. And what it sounds like, your baby daddy people, they wasn't shit, and they still ain't shit. Okay, so they wasn't helping you. It sounded like Bronwin was probably writing all types of hot checks and carrying on, trying to get the motherfucking electricity, make sure the electricity didn't get turned off. Brown was probably writing hot checks, bouncing, opening up credit cards, all types of shit. Forging names on shit, I don't know. But it is what it is, girl. Sometimes a bitch gotta do what a bitch gotta do. Anyways, that's it, y'all. All right, I'm done. I'm tired. I'm so tired. I don't know why. I think I'm frustrated about this goddamn microphone. We're gonna try to get it to work. It's so cute. It's so fancy. Look. Let me try to take off the charger. It's so fancy. I feel like I'm in a studio, bitch. I said, come on, studio fish. I know that's right. Bitch, we doing big things over here, baby. I said, I got equipment and shit. Hmm. I gotta get this shit. I gotta get this shit to working because I want to start using my mic. And that boy told me I got 14 days to return it. I said, but if I get home and this microphone not doing right, I'm bringing the shit back and I'm throwing it on this counter. I didn't say that. That's what I was thinking in my head. But he did tell me I had 14 days to return it. I said, all right, girl. This is the one he picked out for me. Because the one I really wanted was a DJI mic, but they didn't have it in the store. And he was like, this will do just fine. Like, baby, you're not down, girl. You're not down at the Wendy Williams studio now, girl. Bitch, you sitting on your couch. Anyways, but I just needed a new microphone because this microphone does cut up and act up. And I've been saying I wanted a microphone for a minute now. And so I said, let me just go ahead and invest in one. Anyways, all right, y'all. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all let me know what y'all think about the episode. Bye, y'all.